Well, I apologize, as yours truly had the volume turned down, so you didn't hear any of that. A 3-1 count to Polk. And we will redo the lineups here after a while. At pitch, a fly ball out into right field. Sandoval there to track it down. That will be enough to go down as a sac fly and move Isaac Webb over to third. That will bring in Sawyer Chesley. 2 away for the Liberal BeeJays. So Owen May led off, grounded out to the second baseman. Then Isaac Webb came in, hit a single out into shallow right field. And Walker Polk flew out in a sacrifice fly to right. That pitch fouled off. Makes it 0-1 for Chesley. The BeeJays with gray pants, red piping down the side, subliminated tops, gray at the bottom, transitioning to red with powder blue numerals outlined in white. And then their white caps with baby blue bills. They're wearing the red batting helmets here tonight. That pitch fouled off. So that will be the 0-2 delivery coming from Blair. That pitch swung on and missed. That will end the inning as Chesley goes down on strikes. The BeeJays strand one on one hit. We're headed to the bottom of the first. So let's go back and we will get our lineups since you can actually hear me now. Leading off for the Liberal BeeJays was second baseman number 4, Owen May. Batting third, the shortstop number 3, Isaac Webb. Batting third, the DH number 23, Walker Polk. Batting fourth, the left fielder number 19, Sawyer Chesley. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 11, Ethan Calder. Batting sixth, the first baseman number 33, Justin Hudson. Batting seventh, the catcher number 13, Silas Schaefer. Batting eighth, the third baseman number 17, River Jackson. And rounding out the lineup is center fielder number 14, Owen Barger. It is Hunter Phillips on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. And that is the lineup for them. For your Dodge City A's, leading off number 1, Juan Rivera in left field. Batting second, the center fielder number 12, Caleb Bergman. Batting third is shortstop number 16, Preston Gamster. Batting fourth, the first baseman number 23, Cooper Tompkinson. Batting fifth, second baseman number 10, Alex Gallion. Batting sixth, third baseman number 22, Jordan Black. Batting seventh, the right fielder number 9, Matthew Sandoval. Batting eighth is designated hitter number 17, Peter Tassler. Rounding out the lineup is catcher number 7, Rudy Gonzalez. It is Caden Blair on the mound for your Dodge City A's, and we will get to stats here momentarily as we get ready for that. The first pitch was thrown down at 7 p.m. for the Dodge City A's. Currently 75, feels like 75, although I would say it feels a little warmer than that, but the Weather Service reporting feels like 75. So we will get ready to lead off with Juan Rivera. Rivera been a staple in the lineup, primarily in the top part of the lineup for the Dodge City A's. He steps in. The first pitch to Rivera in for strike number 1. Juan Rivera steps in, hitting .312 on the season coming into tonight. That pitch grounded back at the first baseman, flipped to Phillips, a foot race in time. That made it close, but nonetheless, one away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Caleb Bergman. Bergman leads off with a ball for a 1-0 count. Caleb Bergman hitting .321 on the season. That pitch fouled off and out of play. Evens a count at 1 apiece to Bergman. Dodge City A's with white pants, their yellow tops, green numerals, and green caps. The pitch comes in, misses for ball number 2. An unfamiliar face out in the field today. Last year's head coach Chris Woodruff out on the first base coaching box. Pitch misses, makes it 3-1. Colby DeVille not able to be here today to assist in coaching duties for this game. Coach Woodruff stepping in to help out. That pitch called strike over the outer edge, a full count to Bergman. A payoff pitch coming from Phillips. He comes set. The pitch comes inside and misses. Bergman will draw the walk, runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That pitch misses in the batter's box. Catcher Schaefer checking with home plate umpire to make sure that he understands where the strike zone is. Brings in Preston Gamster. Takes strike number 1. Gamster hitting .244 on the season for the A's. Phillips will step off and look Bergman back over to first. Phillips holding that stance. Pitch went to short. Pulls the second baseman off the bag. Back-to-back hits, or no. Brings in Cooper Tompkinson. Part of me wants to call an error on that play, but that pitch in for strike number 1 to Tompkinson. Runners go. The throw down to third. They are not able to hold on to that one. A double steal puts runners on second and third in scoring position with one away for the Dodge City A's. Two count to Tompkinson. That's a fly ball headed down the left field line, and a sliding stop by Chesley. Not able to come up with it. We'll do the 0-2 over again. That pitch. Well, the umpire stepped back like he was going to call it strike, but maybe he was just stepping back away from the catcher. 1-2 the count to Tompkinson. 1-2 from Phillips. Tompkinson chops that one foul straight down. We'll do it over again. One, two delivery coming from Phillips as he holds his arms out away from his body. That pitch comes in, called strike over the outer edge. Tompkinson will go down looking. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Brings in Alex Gallion. Gallion steps in, hitting .312 on the season. We will go to work with 2 away, runners on second and third. The first pitch from Phillips. This is outside, a 1-0 count to Gallion. Only the second batter of this inning that has seen first pitch ball. That one down makes it 2-0. Count coming from Phillips. The pitch comes inside, a 3-0 count for Gallion. A 4-pitch walk, and that will load the bases for the Dodge City A's to bring in Jordan Black. Black steps in, hitting .194 on the season, having played his freshman season at Johnson County Community College. Gamster leads off from second. The pitch misses down low and inside, ball number 1. Back-to-back batters, first pitch ball. The only other batter this inning that got a first pitch ball was Caleb Bergman, and he drew the walk as well. 1-1 the count to Black. That pitch fouled off, makes the ding off of the backstop pole. 1-2 to Black. Phillips. That pitch grounded right back at the second baseman. He'll go to second for the force out. That will end the inning. The A's leave them loaded. A 0-0 ball game as we head to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Ethan Calder leads off the top of the second for the Liberal BeeJays. First pitch swinging, he gets on a line drive out into center field. That will bring in Justin Hudson. Hudson, the first baseman for the Liberal BeeJays. That pitch in for strike number 1. The 0-1 fouled off down the left line. Hudson down in the count 0-2. The Liberal BeeJays, as I said, come into tonight's contest 8-3 overall. That pitch in, Hudson wears it off the top of his helmet, hit by pitch. That will put runners on first and second. Justin Hudson hitting 192 on the season for the BeeJays in a first pitch strike to the catcher Silas Schaefer. Schaefer hitting 267 for the BeeJays. That pitch, this is outside, makes it 1-1. Ethan Calder hitting 200. He is the BeeJay that led off the inning out on second base. 1-1 from Blair, and that pitch fouled off, makes it 1-2. Gonzalez going to have a chat with Blair. Runners on first and second, nobody out for the Liberal BeeJays. These two programs, a lot of tradition between the Dodge City A's, Liberal BeeJays, and the Hayes Larks. All three teams former members of what used to be the Jayhawk League. Of course, that league dissolved about 4 years ago. That pitch fouled off, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. Lights on at Cavalier Field. It was a bit of a gloomy start to get started here. Clouds breaking up and sun coming out. A nice night at the ballpark for some baseball. 1-2 delivery coming from Blair. That pitch will be fouled off and out of play to the right. And we'll do the 1-2 over again. Caden Blair making his 5th appearance for the Dodge City A's, 10.1 innings pitched. 1 start for him, 1 save as well. That pitch, a fly ball out into shallow right, fielded by Sandoval. F9 on the books, 1 away, and that not hit deep enough to allow advancement. Runners will stay at first and second. Brings in River Jackson. Jackson hitting .421 on the season for the Liberal BeeJays. Of course, the BeeJays having just played 2 games against the Denver Cougars, both of those out in the Denver area. The A's having 3 days of rest. First pitch, ball number 1 to Jackson. Caden Blair comes set. 1-0 delivery. Hit out into right field. Sandoval there, and they double off Ethan Calder at second base, and that will be the twin killing that ends the inning as the A's will head to the bottom of the second. It will be Sandoval, Tassler, and Gonzalez due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. Justin Herger alongside. It will be the bottom of the order due up with Sandoval, Tassler, and Gonzalez for the Dodge City A's as we get ready to go a 0-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second. It will be Matthew Gonzalez leading off for the Dodge City A's. Sorry, Matthew Sandoval. I stand corrected. Sandoval leads off, hitting .333 on the season as we get ready to go. Sandoval takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Down in the count, 0-1. One the count to Sandoval. Pitch comes in low. 2-1 the count for Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval working from the left-handed batter's box. That pitch popped up, and it will fall foul and out of play. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Phillips holds his hands out away from his body as he comes set. Pitch swung on and missed. Sandoval goes down on strikes, one away for the A's, and that will bring in tonight's designated hitter, Peter Tassler. Tassler hitting .273 on the season for the A's. And we will go to work for him. If you watch Phillips, he holds his hands out at elbow length. That pitch comes in. Ball number 1. Most pitchers that I've watched, they'll hold it up close to their body. He holds it out at about arm's length. That pitch, catching the inner part of the zone, makes it 1-1. 1-1 delivery coming from Phillips. That pitch fouled off. Gets Tassler down in the count 1-2. Hunter Phillips for the Liberal BeeJays. That pitch, a fly ball out into right field, and Calder does not come up with that one, and Tassler will be on via the error. You know, they called it a hit on the scoreboard by Cohort to the left for the BeeJays, also ruling it a hit. I'm going to follow suit as well. It's a hard play to make, and he was ranging in on it. A double for Tassler. Brings in the catcher, Rudy Gonzalez. 0-1 delivery. Misses outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. Gonzalez hitting 160 on the season. 1-1 pitch. A fly ball that goes out into the right center gap, fielded by the center fielder Barger. 1 away, or rather 2 away now. And that will advance Tassler to third with 2 outs. Turn the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera grounded out to first, his first time up. Rivera hitting .313 on the season. That pitch fouled off down the left field side, down in the count 0-1. Juan Rivera slugging at .375 for the A's. Pitch misses out, evens a count at 1 apiece. Hunter Phillips making his 4th appearance for the Liberal BeeJays, has pitched 7 innings. No record for him. 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 4, struck out 12, a 2.571 ERA. That pitch, catching the outer edge of the zone, evens a count at 2 apiece to Rivera. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. Well, I stand corrected. The count now full to Rivera. After that pitch called strike. That one misses, and that will put runners on the corners. 3 walks already for the pitcher Phillips, and that will bring in Caleb Bergman, the first batter that drew the walk from Phillips. Bergman takes the first pitch. It's a fly ball out into shallow center field. The second baseman making that catch. That will end the inning as Bergman flies out. We're headed to the top of the third. A 0-0 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. is opting to go with an all-hands-on-deck kind of night for the pitching staff, and it will be Caleb Jamison taking over the mound for the Dodge City A's. Jamison with 14.2 innings pitched, making his 4th appearance, 3 starts, 1 win, 1 loss, 16 hits, 12 runs, 10 walked, 18 struck out, a 6.75 ERA for him. He will face the 9-1 and 2 hole hitters for the Liberal BeeJays here. The first pitch to Barger in for strike number 1 in the top of the 3rd inning. Barger leads off. Swing and a miss. He's down in the count 0-2. Dodge City A's a scoreless ball game here through 2 complete. That pitch missing high. 1-2 the count. I stand corrected. The 1-2 pitch coming from Jamison. Pitch misses in and low. 2-2 the count. The A's playing the only game that they will play during the week. They will have Friday and Saturday off before welcoming the Derby Twins in for non-league contest on Sunday. That pitch called strike over the inner edge. Barger caught looking, 1 away for the BeeJays, and that brings in Owen May as the BeeJays turn the lineup over. May grounded out to second, his first time up. First pitch to May. This is in and low for ball number 1. Delivery from Jamison, the lefty. Pitch comes in high, makes it 2-0. Jamison working from the third base side of the rubber here. The pitch grounded to second. Throw to first in time, and back-to-back at-bats. Owen May grounds out to Gallion at second. Two away, and that will bring in Isaac Webb. Webb a single into right field. So the BeeJays, coming off a trip to Colorado, will be home to finish the series with the Denver Cougars this weekend. That pitch, a strike on the inner edge, gets Webb down in the count 0-1. That pitch grounded, fielded by Gamster, throw to first in time, and the BeeJays will go down 1-2-3 as Gamster fields that one behind second base. 6-3 ground out. We are headed to the bottom of the third, and it will be Gamster, Tompkinson, and Gallion due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Justin Gamster leading off for the Dodge City A's. Takes first pitch, strike. That pitch, a fly ball high out into center field. Barger tracking it. He's got it. One away for the Dodge City A's. Brings in Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson struck out his first time up. Pitch called strike, gets Tompkinson down in the count 0-1. Cooper Tompkinson slugging at .375, and that pitch grounded up, fielded by the shortstop Webb, throw to first in time, 2 away. Gallion steps in. He walked on his last time up. Gallion slugging .344 on the season. The A's, of course, vying for that coveted bid to the NBC coming up in August. First pitch to Gallion. Misses low and outside for ball number 1. That pitch also missing down, makes it 2-0. 2-0 delivery to Gallion, 2 out, a scoreless ball game. Gallion will ground that one, fielded by the third baseman, throw to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for the Dodge City A's, and that will send us to the top of the 4th, 3 complete, 0-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Fuga Yambe on the mound for the Dodge City A's, and like I said earlier, the A's taking the all-hands-on-deck approach to their pitching staff here tonight. So Caleb Jamison will go 1 inning, and it is a 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, strikes out 1, and faces the minimum. So that will bring in Fuga to the mound. Let's go get his stats as we get ready to go here. Fuga with 19.2 innings pitched, 5 games, 2 starts, taken 1 loss, 15 hits, 9 runs, 7 walks, 19 strikeouts, a 3.661 ERA. Starts out Walker Polk with ball number 1. First pitch, ball to Polk. The BeeJays coming into the top of the 4th, a scoreless game. That pitch popped up, and Black giving chase in foul territory. One away for the BeeJays. Brings in Sawyer Chesley. He went down on strikes his last time up. First pitch from Fuga as he rocks from the third base side of the rubber. Kick, fire. First pitch in for strike 1. Second pitch, kicks, fires. That one on the inner edge, called strike. Gets Chesley down in the count 0-2. The BeeJays with no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The A's, no runs, 1 hit, no errors for them. Swung on and missed, and that will send Chesley down on strikes, 2 away, and that will bring in Ethan Calder. Calder led off the second inning with a single out into center field and then got caught doubled off by his teammate River Jackson. A line drive to right. First pitch, called strike over the outer edge, gets Calder down in the count 0-1. Fuga shaking one off, but has his sign. Comes set, 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Gets Calder down in the count 0-2. Polk led off. Popped out foul to Jordan Black. Chesley swinging down on strikes, and Calder now down in the count 0-2. The pitch grounded to first baseman Tompkinson. A foot race flipped over to Fuga, and he will step on the bag for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for the A's pitching staff. As a 5-3 ground out, we're headed to the bottom of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. are deadlocked scoreless as we enter the bottom of the fourth, and it will be Jordan Black leading off. Black got on .1-0 pitch, grounded at the shortstop, throw to first, pulls him off the bag. The first actual error for the Liberal BeeJays here in the bottom of the fourth. E6 puts a runner on with Matthew Sandoval, who struck out swinging his last time up. That pitch gets down, a line drive out into center field. The second baseman overthrown. That will put runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's. That will bring up Peter Tassler. Tassler doubled his last time up, and it was a double that had the right fielder ranging in and just overplayed it. The right fielder Calder overplaying that ball and allowed Tassler to get to second. That pitch misses outside. 1-0 the count to Tassler. Phillips that pitch, a high fly ball out into left center field. It'll drop on the warning track just ahead of the fence. That will load the bases as the runners were holding in case it was a fly out. Bases loaded with nobody out. Back-to-back singles, and that brings in the catcher Rudy Gonzalez. Nobody out. The A's threatening with bases loaded here in the bottom of the fourth. The first true scoring opportunity for the Dodge City A's after Tassler was stranded on third in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Gonzalez in for ball number 1. 1-0 delivery. That a fly ball that heads out to the BeeJays dugout. Evens a count at 1 apiece to Gonzalez. 1-1 the count now. Phillips with that outstretched stance. Pitch comes in and plucks Gonzalez on his left elbow. That will bring in a run. It will be an RBI hit by pitch for Rivera. Or sorry. Juan Rivera at bat. Gonzalez was hit by pitch. So the error that led off has become costly for the BeeJays as that run came around to score, and the A's draw first blood here. That pitch called strike over the outer edge. Gets Rivera down in the count, 0-1. Juan Rivera ground out and then walked on in the second. The A's starting their third trip around the batting order, and Rivera down in the count, 0-2. Nobody out, bases loaded. Pitch misses outside. 1-2 the count to Rivera. The A's with their third trip through the batting order here. Rivera grounds that one to the second baseman, throw to second, overthrown and gets away from the shortstop. That will score 2. The A's a 3-0 lead. Runners on first and second. And the errors piling up for the Liberal BeeJays. 3-4 on that one. Puts runners on first and second as Sandoval and Tassler both come around to score. Brings in Caleb Bergman. Bergman flew out to the second baseman out in the outfield grass, his first time up. Bergman shows bunt, throw back to first. And Rivera thrown out. One away, a 1-1 count to Bergman. So now runner in scoring position on second. That is Rudy Gonzalez, who is hit by pitch. The pitch hitting the outer edge, a backdoor bender. Gets Bergman down in the count 1-2. Bergman, a walk and a fly out, makes him 0 for 1 in this ball game. Pitch. Bergman, a little excuse me hack at pop that goes out, fielded by the second baseman out in the outfield grass, and that little excuse me hack away for the A's, brings in Gamster, who flew out to center his last time up. 2 away, 3 runs have scored, and the A's opt to put Jordan Rodriguez on as the courtesy runner at second. Pitch misses high. Makes it 1-0. Delivery from Phillips gets Gamster scrambling back. A good block by the catcher. 2-0 the count. The count now to Gamster. Delivery misses out. A 4-pitch walk, and Gamster on at first. That brings in Cooper Tompkinson, and we're going to have a mound visit from head coach Jared Maeda for the Liberal BeeJays. Walks have been a bit of an issue for the BeeJays pitching staff here tonight. We will step aside during this mound visit. We'll be back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Tompkinson will go to work. Down in the count, 0-1. That pitch misses low, evens a count at 1 apiece to Tompkinson. Tompkinson, a sophomore from Dodge City Community College. Slugging .375 on the season, 1-1. That pitch is fouled off. A 1-2 count for him. It will be Alex Gallion coming up behind Tompkinson. 1-2 count with 2 away. The A's have plated 3 in this inning. The pitch swung on and missed. That will end the inning. Two runs, 2 hits, 2 errors in that inning led to 3 runs for your Dodge City A's, and we're headed to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back at Cavalier Field, Justin Hergert alongside for this one, joined by Caleb Jamison alongside as well. Fuga back out for his 2nd inning of work. He faces Justin Hudson leading off for the Liberal BeeJays. One 1-0 delivery, kicks and fires. That one scalded foul. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Hudson was hit by pitch his first time up as the BeeJays in the lower half of the batting order for their 2nd trip through. 1-1 count. Fuga kicks, fires. That pitch, a half-hearted swing, called strike anyway. 1-2 now. Yambe looking over. Comes set. 1-2 delivery. This is high. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Two lined out to left field, and Rivera there to haul that one in for out number 1. Brings in Silas Schaefer, the catcher. Schaefer flew out to right his last time up. First pitch on the inner edge. Gets Schaefer down in the count, 0-1. 0-1 delivery from Fuga. Swung on, and it's headed out into left field. It'll fall in for a hit. Runner aboard for the BeeJays. Brings in River Jackson. Jackson lined out to Sandoval his last time up, and the BeeJays will put, I believe it is Luke Ree that they are putting on as the courtesy runner for Jackson. The pitch misses for ball number 1. Throw back to first will not be in time. 1-0 delivery coming to Jackson. One away. Runner on first. 1-0 delivery. Comes towards the outside, called strike. Evens account at 1 apiece. Dodge City A's game 13 of the season. 4 games rained out in the early part. Those will be made up later in July. That pitch fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 coming up. One-two delivery coming from Fuga. He looks over to first. Comes set. Pitch misses high, makes it 2-2. Rain earlier here in Dodge City. Not enough to keep us from playing this game here tonight. Two-two. That pitch fouled off to the first base side, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Fuga looks over to first. The pitch popped up. Bergman underneath it. Take it for out number 2. Brings in the 9-hole hitter, Owen Barger. Barger struck out his last time up. First pitch. Throw to first instead. First pitch coming to Barger. Down and out for ball number 1. One 1-0 delivery. Comes in, caught the inner edge, evens account at 1 apiece. One delivery coming from Fuga. The pitch goes to the outside, catches enough of the zone, has Barger down in the count 1-2. A similar at bat to his last. It was a 2-2 delivery that got Barger to go down looking. The pitch, a fly ball line out into right center gap, and the throw home as Ree comes around to score. The courtesy runner for the Liberal BeeJays on his high horse as he goes first to third on the double by Barger. Sorry, first to home. And the BeeJays will turn the lineup over to Owen May. May, a ground out victim both times, both to the second baseman, Gallion. First pitch to May, ball number 1. on the count. Berger moves over to third on the stolen base, and we'll go to work here. 2 away for the BeeJays. They've scratched one after the A's plated 3 in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch missing makes it 2-1. The 2-1 delivery coming from Fuga. Catches the inner part of the zone. A 2-2 count makes it deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The pitch driven out to center field. Bergman there to haul that one in. That will end the inning as the BeeJays strand 1, but plate 1. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. It will be Gallion, Black, and Sandoval due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Alex Gallion leading off for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the 5th, a 3-1 ball game. And Hunter Phillips still on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. First pitch called ball. And that pitch, a fly out to center field, and one away for the Dodge City A's as Gallion is retired, and that brings in Jordan Black. Black hit into the fielder's choice and got on an error his last time up. Takes the first pitch for strike number 1. And that will go foul. Gets Black down in the count 0-2. To delivery over his head. Makes it 1-2. Matthew Sandoval due up next for the Dodge City A's. Phillips with the wide stance, comes set. The pitch fouled off of the bat, although Jordan Black just trying to get out of the way, but catches enough of it to make it go foul. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Phillips holding his arms out. That one's fouled off, and Jordan Black doing what he can to stay alive here in the bottom of the fifth. The A's a 3-1 lead after they plated 3 in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch goes out, bouncing off the catcher Schaefer. 2-2 count to Black. Sun shining bright here. That will get Black down on strikes. 2 away for the A's. That brings in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval, a single his last time up, struck out swinging in the second. The pitch catches the outer part of the zone for strike number 1. One delivery fouled off back into the net, gets Sandoval down in the count 0-2. Oh-2 delivery, misses low, makes it 1-2. If you're just joining in, the A's plated 3 in the bottom of the fourth. The A's with 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. The BeeJays answered back with 1 of their own in the top of the fifth. 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors for them. That ball gets away from the catcher Schaefer. A full count now for Sandoval. Phillips looks in, a payoff pitch coming from him. Misses, and that will put a runner on. The 5th walk in this ball game by the pitcher Phillips. Oh, and 1 the count to Tassler. A double and a single for him. As the A's looking to add here, the throw over to first, not in time. Swung on and missed, gets Tassler down 0-2. Phillips looks in. Looks over at first. Comes set. 0-2 delivery to Tassler. Misses out, makes it 1-2. Phillips, the starter for the Liberal BeeJays in his 5th inning of work. One-two delivery. That pitch, shallow fly ball out into left center. Runners on first and second for the A's. That brings in Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez was hit by pitch his last time up. And would fly out. Pitch grounded in the gap. Waving. The throw home was offline, and Sandoval will come in to score. The A's Now a 4-1 lead. Runners on first and second. The A's are going to put Jordan Rodriguez on as the courtesy runner. And we turn the lineup over for the fourth trip around the order, starting with Juan Rivera, who got on an error his last time up. First pitch into him, misses for ball number 1. Juan Rivera hitting the transfer, coming to Dodge, lays down the bunt, fielded by the catcher Phillips, throw to first, not in time, and that will load the bases. And they say speed kills. That would be the definition for Juan Rivera as he beats out that bunt. Brings in Caleb Bergman. Bergman fouls off the first pitch he sees, down in the count 0-1. Bergman popped out to second his last time up. A pop out, a fly out, and a walk. His batting so far in this game. Bases loaded with 2 out. 0-1 delivery. That one misses outside. Evens a count at 1 apiece to Caleb Bergman. One delivery. A fly ball headed out into right field, and Calder there to haul that one in. The A's leave them loaded as we head to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Matthew Sandoval takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's. And it is Isaac Webb leading off. Tries to lay down a bunt, rolls foul, down in the count 0-1. Shows bunt, lays it down, fielded by Sandoval, throw to first, in time. One away for the BeeJays. One away, brings in Walker Polk. Polk, a sacrifice fly and a pop out into foul territory as the A's lead this one 4-1. That pitch inside. Polk fouls that one off down the third base side. That evens a count at 1 apiece. One count. A fly ball that will get down out in left field. Runner aboard for the Liberal BeeJays. Brings in Sawyer Chesley. Chesley struck out both times he's been at the plate. First pitch, popped foul and out of play. Gets Chesley down in the count 0-1. One delivery coming from Sandoval. Sandoval working from the first base side of the rubber. Kicks, fires, swung on and missed. Chesley down in the count 0-2. Sandoval with 6 innings pitched, making his 4th appearance. 8 hits, 6 runs, walked 6, struck out 3, a 9.000 ERA for him. Pitch missing for ball number 1. One, two delivery coming from Sandoval. The pitch missing outside. Evens a count at 2 apiece. That pitch foul tipped. He'll go down on strikes. 2 away, and Chesley with the hat trick here in this game. Hard to say that we're calling a hat trick in the 6th inning. Brings in Ethan Calder. Calder a single, and not sure how he got out in the 4th. Strike number 1 to him. There is a handful, and when I say a handful, I mean a massive handful of BeeJays down in the bullpen, but only one person warming up at this time. 0-1 count to Calder. My sidekick over here, Jameson, says that there are 13 people in that bullpen. Throw to first, not in time, and we'll go to work with an 0-1 count to Calder. The pitch, driven out into right field, and Nolan Williams on his high horse can't come up with it. Plays it off the fence. The throw home. He is thrown out at home. Williams to Gallion to home, and the BeeJays come up empty as we are headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, the night for Phillips is done. He will go 5 innings. We'll get to his numbers later. It is Connor Williams on the mound making his 3rd appearance for the BeeJays. Both games have been starts. A 1-0 record for him. 8.2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 1.038 ERA. First pitch to Gamster was fouled off, and that one called strike. Gets him down in the count 0-2. Preston Gamster, a fielder's choice, a fly out, and a walk for him. The pitch, a fly ball out into center field. Barger giving chase. Hauls it in for out number 1. Brings in Cooper Tompkinson with 1 away. Tompkinson, 2 strikeouts and a ground out, 0 for 3 in this ball game. That pitch gets Tompkinson scrambling. Ball number 1. The A's a 4-1 lead. That pitch cranked out into right field. And Tompkinson will take a few steps around first and hold up. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Alex Gallion. Gallion walked on, grounded out, and then flew out. 0 for 2 officially in the game. First pitch coming to him. And Gallion having troubles holding on to his bat here this season, as that's, I believe, the 3rd flying bat for him. And won the count to Gallion. Might have to start calling AG the flying batsman. A swing and a miss gets him down in the count 0-2. The A's with 4 runs, 8 hits. The BeeJays 1 run on 6 hits and 2 errors. The pitch, 0-2 delivery, cranked down the right field line, twisting and falling foul in the BeeJays bullpen. Will do the 0-2 over again. That will be swung on and missed. Alex down on strikes. 2 away for the A's, and that brings in Jordan Black. Black, a strikeout victim his last time up. An error and a strikeout and a fielder's choice for him. First pitch, ball 1. Pitch, this is inside, makes it 2-0. A 4-1 lead for the A's, but don't let that fool you. There used to be a famous saying in the Jayhawk League, there is no safe lead in the Jayhawk. That pitch misses high and inside, makes it 3-0. Or as Caleb says in JUCO, same thing for the Jayhawk in the summer, but a 4-pitch walk for Jordan Black puts runners on first and second. Brings in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval moved from right to pitching duty, and he steps in. A strikeout, a single, and a walk. The 3 times he's been at the plate. First pitch coming from Williams. Cranked, it's headed out to right field, but it's high. Calder under it. That will end the inning as the A's strand 2. We're headed to the top of the 7th, a 4-1 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Top of the 7th, the A's leading 4-1.
Oh, that might be gone.
Justin Hudson leads off. First pitch, a solo shot over the left field wall. And just like that, the A's lead is cut in half. Or 2 in favor of the Dodge City A's, and that will bring in Silas Schaefer. Schaefer, the catcher, flew out to right and singled his last time up. Two and 0 the count to Schaefer. The pitch catches the outer part of the zone. 2 and 1. That pitch catches the zone, makes it 2 and 2. Nobody out. The solo shot by Hudson led off the top of the 7th. The pitch framed by Gonzalez. A 3-2 count. Payoff pitch coming from Sandoval. Pitch. Another one cranked out towards left center field, and it is played off the wall. Schaefer on for a double. A home run and a double have led off this inning. And that brings in River Jackson. Jackson lined out to right and a fly out to center. We're going to have a mound visit from head coach Cardoza. And
That's
I believe Williams down in the mound for the Dodge City A's.
That's Peyton
Walters, sorry.
Walters.
Williams is at right.
Yes.
Walters in the bullpen. I'll get it straight, I promise.
It's all right.
So that mound visit is over, and we will go back to work. If you're just joining in, the A's scored 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. The BeeJays with 1 in the 5th and now 1 in the 7th. River Jackson at bat for the Liberal BeeJays with nobody out. Runner on second. First pitch misses out for ball number 1. Matthew Sandoval making all appearances out of the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. The pitch down low makes it 2-0. 2-0 delivery coming as Jackson steps back in. Sandoval set. The pitch. Called strike. Makes it 2-1. More work down in the BeeJays bullpen as the sun starts the process of setting here in Dodge City. 2-1 pitch. Lined down the third base side, but just dropping foul. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Two count to Jackson. That pitch misses high, makes it a full count to Jackson, and Jackson trying to sell it that it was a full count. It was not. It was 2-2, now 3-2. The payoff pitch coming from Sandoval. A high fly ball. Williams giving chase. He's underneath it. The throw.
What a throw.
And a rocket right at the third baseman, Black. Schaefer does not advance. Actually, that is Ree that is on the
First pitch right there to Barger. Tower and pop fly, and Juan comes in to catch that over in left field.
2 away, runner on second, and they turn the lineup over to Owen May. May ground out to second, and a fly out to center. 0 for 3. That pitch, called strike off the outer edge, has him down in the count 0-1.
Rudy behind the plate is doing a very good job tonight, making pitches look good for the umpire.
Sandoval step off and fake the throw back to second. And I don't know why the balk was called.
I believe he didn't clear the back of the mound, and he faked the throw. At least that is what it looks like the umpire is signaling with his hands and his feet.
So a balk called, moves Ree over to third. And we will go back to work, an 0-1 count to Owen May.
Right there is another good reason for that good throw from Nolan to keep him at second, because that could have just scored a run.
1-1 count now to May, and your point exactly, Caleb, that if that throw doesn't hold him up, it is a 4-3 ball game. That pitch misses out. 2-1 the count to May. That pitch driven out to right, and Williams on his high horse comes up but not able to hold on. It is a 4-3 ball game. Isaac Webb steps in. A single, a ground out, and a ground out as he tried to lay the bunt down his last time up. Takes the first pitch for ball number 1. The BeeJays, as a hitting staff, averaging .330 on the season, slugging .450. That pitch grounded to Gamster, throw to first in time. That will end the inning. The BeeJays plate 2. It is a 4-3 ball game, and it is stretch time in Dodge City. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Nolan Williams leads off the bottom of the 7th. A hit out into shallow center field. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. Williams hitting in the 8 hole for the DH.
Nolan doing a good job at coming in and getting some action going for the A's on defense and offense.
Brings in Rudy Gonzalez. He takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Gonzalez, a single hit by pitch and flew out to right. as the A's completing their 4th trip around the batting order. The 0-1 delivery from Williams. Grounder to third, throw to second for 1, and they will be all they will get. They get the lead-off runner. And the fielder's choice puts runner on and turns the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera, a ground out, a walk, an error, and a walk. Throw to first, not in time. First pitch.
Oh,
A fly ball that will drop out into left center field. Being waved home is Gonzalez. A 5-3 ball game after Gonzalez is waved home.
The outfielder out there having a little mishap with the ball trying to get it in, and that allows Rudy to come around third and score. Without that bobble, it would be second and third with 1 out. Bring in Bergman to the plate.
Caleb Bergman steps in. A walk, a fly out, a pop out, and a fly out. He goes out to center, and he is doubled off. Is Rivera at second. That will end the inning. The A's score 1. We're headed to the top of the 8th. It is a 5-3 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Peyton Walters takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's. Sandoval goes 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 strikeout, faces 9. Walters on the mound now. First pitch to Polk in for strike number 1. Walker Polk, a sacrifice fly, a pop out, and a single that turned into a being thrown out at home, and a swing and a miss. Gets him down in the count 0-2. Walters with one complete game on the season, 6.1 innings pitched, making his third appearance. Both appearances previously were starts. 0-1 record for him. 9 hits, 14 runs, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts, a 17.053 ERA for him. Polk, the 0-2 delivery, swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 of the inning. That will bring in Sawyer Chesley. Chesley already with the hat trick in this game. The BeeJays making their 4th trip through the batting order. A swing and a miss. Chesley down in the count 0-1. Dodge City A's pitching staff collectively 5.063 ERA for them. That pitch comes in and misses outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. 96 innings pitched overall for the Dodge City A's. Coming into tonight's contest, that is. That pitch, a fly ball that gets out into shallow center or left field. Chesley on with the single. That will bring in Ethan Calder. Calder a single, a ground out, and a fly out. First pitch called strike, down in the count 0-1. Walters throwing, first pitch strikes, all 3 batters he's seen so far. 1 away, the A's leading 5-3. That pitch lined over the shortstop Gamster's head, gets out into left field, and that will put runners on the corners. 1 away. Brings in Justin Hudson. Hudson hit the solo home run over the left field wall his last time up. 1 away for the BeeJays, runners on the corners. First pitch to Hudson. Misses low for ball number 1. 1-0 delivery coming from Walters. Misses out, makes it 2-0. Pitch grounded to the shortstop Gamster. Throw to second, go to first. In time, the twin killing ends the inning, and the run does not score. So the BeeJays strand 1, a 5-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. Justin Hergert alongside with Caleb Jamison. We head to the bottom of the 8th, a 5-3 ball game. Connor Williams back on the mound for his now 3rd inning of work. The starter Phillips went 5 innings, giving up 5 hits on 5 walks, 4 runs. 1 hit batter, struck out 4 and faced 29. So it will be Preston Gamster leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. Gamster on the night, a fielder's choice, a fly out to center, walked on, and a fly out to center. Takes the first pitch he sees, a curveball backdoor bender for strike number 1. Oh, 1 the count. Gamster cranks that one high. It's headed out into center field. Barger tracking it. He's got it in front of the warning track, 1 away. Any other part of the ballpark, and that ball might have been gone if it would have been farther down the lines. Brings in Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson a strikeout, ground out, strikeout, and a single. Takes the first pitch for ball number 1. If you're wondering, it is 3:30 down both right and left field. 3:48 in the power alleys and 4:04 to dead red center. 1-1 count to Tompkinson. Tompkinson sends that one down the left field line and falls foul, bouncing the warning track. It will be a double. Tompkinson in safely, standing up. So after struggling early in this game, Tompkinson now 2 for 5. Brings in Alex Gallion. Gallion 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch coming to Gallion. That one misses high and outside for ball number 1. The BeeJays pitching staff a collective 4.739 ERA. That pitch popped up. First baseman Hudson there to field it. Two away for the Dodge City A's, and that brings in Jordan Black. Black, a fielder's choice, got on in an error, struck out, and walked on the 4 times that he has been at the plate. First pitch to him, popped up, going over towards the first base dugout, and Hudson there to track that one down as well. We are headed to the top of the 9th. The BeeJays down to their final 3 outs. They have to score 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Taylor Penley taking the 9th inning for the Dodge City A's.
I think they're one of the better ones.
First pitch. To the catcher, Silas Schaefer, goes foul for strike number 1.
Cooper over at first made a good attempt. Just out of range, though.
0-1 count to Schaefer. That pitch out into right field, and Nolan Williams not quite able to get to it. Runner aboard for the BeeJays. That brings in River Jackson. Jackson flew out to right his last time up. He is 0 for 3 in this ball game. Penley on the mound. Pitch, chop to short, throw to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. The A's able to get the leadoff runner, and Gallion and Gamster trying to argue runner's interference. And Coach Cardoza wanting a discussion as well, trying to argue runner's interference that would also get the second out. So although the argument not successful, 1 away. Pitch called strike to Barger. Barger 1 for 3. He popped out to left his last time up. That pitch down the left field line, but falling foul. He's down in the count 0-2. The A's flirting with trouble. And the BeeJays down to their final 2 outs. They have to score 2. 0-2 delivery from Penley. Pitch comes inside, and they say it grazes Barger. That will put runners on first and second. Go ahead, run at the plate now with 1 away. That brings up Owen May. May 1 for 4. That pitch goes to the fielder's choice, and the throw to third was low. The go-ahead run at first base. Bases loaded with BeeJays, 1 away. A mound visit with Taylor Penley, and that brings in Isaac Webb. So the E6 advanced River Jackson over to third. A swing and a miss, and Webb down in the count 0-1. Top of the ninth. A's leading this one 5-3. Bases loaded, one away. That pitch goes outside, makes it 1-1. And the BeeJays dugout getting into this game. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Penley looks in, has his sign and comes set. The delivery.
Oh.
Chopped foul. The throw back to
He's out.
home. So the wild pitch, and Coach Cardoza making a very livid argument at home after the wild pitch. And he's getting his full argument in with the home plate umpire. So runners at second and third, a 5-4 ball game and only 1 away. The pitch grounded right back at Penley. That scores 2, and the BeeJays take the lead 6-5.
The throw in from Bergman gets to the backstop and lets the runner advance to third.
Oh, 2 count now to Polk as the BeeJays have scored 3 to take a 6-5 lead. 0-2 delivery from Penley. Cranked high, and it's headed out to left field. Rivera there tracking it. He's got it. The throw home will be cut off by Black, and the BeeJays now lead 7-5. Pitch misses out to Chesley. Ball number 1. The 1-0 delivery comes in, makes it 2-0. Chesley, strikeout, 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 and a single. 1 for 4 in this ball game. 2-0 delivery coming from Penley. Make it 3-0. The A's with 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. The BeeJays 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, and now 4 here in the top of the 9th, and a 4-pitch walk puts runner on with 2 away. Brings in Ethan Calder. Calder, a single, a fly out and a single and a ground out. First pitch to Calder, fouled straight down for strike number one. The A's have blown a 5-3 lead here in the top of the ninth. That pitch misses outside, evens a count at one apiece. The A's with all the momentum coming into this inning and just not playing good baseball here. The pitch, called strike on the inner edge, makes it 1-2. The BeeJays with runner caught in a rundown, throw to first. He's back in safely, and the A's just cannot get themselves out of this inning.
Just giving a lot of outs away to let the BeeJays take advantage of. But right there, Penley comes in with the breaker and gets strike three to end the inning.
So the A's head to the bottom of the ninth. They've got to score 2 to tie, 3 to win this one. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Williams back out for the ninth inning. It will be his fourth inning of work. The A's trailing 7-5. For those of you following along with the Men's College World Series, LSU blasts a 2-run homer in the 11th to advance and faces Florida in the championship series. The A's with a pinch runner, or pinch, wow, Justin. So Brian Gardner comes in to bat for Matthew Sandoval, takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off for strike number one. Pitch called strike, down in the count 0-2. To delivery coming to Gardner. That pitch missing outside, 1-2. One-two delivery. Fouled off and out of play. Will do the 1-2 over again. Coach Cardoza making his presence known out in the third base coaching box. 1-2 pitch. Williams looks in. Has his sign and comes set. The pitch fouled off, and will do this one over again. Williams looks in. 2 straight foul balls. The pitch. This is out. 2-2 the count to Williams. The entire BeeJays dugout thought that was strike 3. The pitch. That one high. Called strike. That will bring in Nolan Williams. He came in to hit in the 7th. Grounded out to the third baseman. No, I was wrong. He got on a single, and then the ground out behind him sends that one foul. It will drop out of play. He's down in the count 0-1. That pitch popped up again. It's headed over to the first base dugout. It will fall out of play. Williams down in the count 0-2. And we will go back to work. 1 away. Williams down in the count 0-2. The A's trailing 7-5. Williams. The pitch fouled back into the screen, and will do the 0-2 over again.
Williams with a kind of quick pitch windup right there. Williams fouled it off to keep his at bat alive.
Pitch fouled back past the press box. A's trying to snap a 2-game losing skid, losing both games to the Hayes Larks. (0-2) delivery. Swung on and missed. Williams will go down on strikes, and the A's down to their final out. And that brings in Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a fly out, was hit by pitch. Hit a single. And a fielder's choice. First pitch to him, high and over his head for ball number 1.
I'm surprised the catcher was able to get a glove on that. It looked like it was going straight to the backstop.
Pitch falls out of play to the right, and Chris Woodruff, he's getting some words in now. So we will go back to work. One count to Gonzalez. Pitch misses, makes it 2-1. The A's led this one 5-3, headed into the top of the 9th. And that pitch driven out into center field. A single for Gonzalez. Runner aboard. The A's will go Actually, they're not. They're going to leave Gonzalez on at first. Turn the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera, a single. His last time up, that pitch misses high, makes it 1-0. Tying run at the plate for the Dodge City A's here in the bottom of the ninth. The BeeJays plated 4 in the top of the ninth to take the lead. Gonzalez with the lead off of first. That pitch popped up out into left field, but Chesley there to haul it in. That will be the ball game, and the A's drop this one 7-5. And this one was all A's. This one was all A's heading into the ninth, and the pitching staff could not hang on after the A's took the all-hands-on-deck approach to pitching here tonight. So we will go ahead and wrap this one up. The A's got the scoring going early. After playing 3 scoreless innings, the A's would come through in the bottom of the 4th. It would be Jordan Black lead off that inning. He gets on an error, followed by a single from Sandoval. Then another single from Tassler that would load the bases. And then the hit by pitch would score 1 to give the A's the 1-0 lead. Rivera would get on an error, and then Gamster would be walked. So the A's would take a 3-0 lead after 4 complete. The BeeJays would answer back in the top of the 5th. Then the A's would come up in the bottom of the 5th. And after going out, the Matthew Sandoval would come in and draw the walk, and he would come around to score to give the A's a 4-1 lead at the time. The BeeJays would again answer back in the top of the 7th with 2 runs to make it a 4-3 ball game. The A's would answer again in the bottom of the 7th, adding 1 more to their total. After Rudy Gonzalez would get on a fielder's choice, and it would be the single from Juan Rivera that would drive him home to give the A's a 5-3 lead. And then the devastating 9th inning, as Taylor Penley would come in to take over that one. It will be Taylor Penley that takes the loss in this ball game. Connor Williams will get the win as the BeeJays take this one 7-5. The A's fall to 6-7 overall on the season, 5-6 in the Rocky Mountain League standings, falling even farther away from that coveted first place spot. So that will be the ball game here tonight as we wrap this one up. The A's will be back in action Sunday evening when they welcome the Derby Twins to town. That game a 7 p.m. start. So it will be the Derby Twins and Dodge City A's on Sunday, followed by another non-league contest on Monday as the Great Bend Batcats come to town. A slew of non-league contests coming up as the A's make the trip to Nebraska next week. I am Justin Hergert, have been alongside Caleb Bergman and Taylor Penley saying good night from Cavalier Field. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.